Our little quick video today. It is Tuesday. It is November 10th. In the market we go. Yeah, the market's going to close about a half hour yesterday. So I'm really exhausted. Didn't do any videos or anything. And let's take a look at the gainers today. Yeah, the market was crazy yesterday with the moves it's been on the last week. So let's take a look at the top gainers though. GTEC. This had Greenland Technologies to offer integrated electric drivetrain for electric forklifts. So they had news early. What was that? It was 8 a.m. Here was your first spike. Now, if you jump in at 8 a.m., as soon as it comes out, and you come up, then it comes all the way back, you're sort of, could be a momentum play, it keeps going like this. You've seen that, and then comes back. So, it's tough to say here. And sideways here. So we've seen this before. That's what I mean. It goes straight up and then it comes back. But this one made a quick move, then it fell hard between 5 and 315. What was that low here? About 315. Then it went sideways and exploded up. On the 10-minute. 10-minute right here. You see this? See this 3 level? And you can go in between these two lines, like 325. Look at this, took off. It was a long all the way, complete long. You can see eventually here. See, this is lower, so far away from this line. So this is a great long here. 350 to 950. It's like a $6 gain. The only tough thing when you're in here, if you get in early, or if you get in right here, this line, and it fades, you're stopped out. Because momentum. So this one, usually they'll go momentum long, and this will keep going. You've seen that a lot. But this one, like, fade it back for some reason. So that's why you can always play a pullback. Like, wait for the pullback there. There was WISA, somewhere at wireless. This one straight up. So this is really choppy. See this back and forth is going up, but is grinding up. Very slow grind. It's tougher there. REV. Look how small these candles are. This is at 650, 7, and look at the shooting star. You know where the buy sell is here, and that's a sell. That's a shooting star, and it came all the way back, so you know it's a sell right there. And this was a real good gain. I don't think there's any news in this. I haven't seen news, but when you see these small tight candles and explodes up, so it was a move on that. All right, MEDS had a pre-market move, then total fade. See that, the fader? APVO. This thing's this is crazy. It's a long, came back. Volume is fading. This one 32 all the way up to 46. This is a crazy long trade. The candles here, you're taking out like $3-4 moves here, and it came back. It's a really tougher trade. TLGT. There's INO. Big explosion here. This is a really good long too. When you have your line, see this ascending triangle right here, 925, it explodes up. It was just a straight long. There was no sells along the way. As long as your 13 is above your 20, really nice move. PISI. I'm dying today. I need to go to the gym. I'm so tired. 1025, 1125. APTS, rode up hard. This is TWI, Titan Internet, exploding. Oh, see on the list here. OPK, it's not a bad move. See this right up, 345, 50 cent. Here's Nail. Nail's finally breaking out here, going back up to 44.54. All right, so that's a gainer. So the gainers list, you had 3, 6, 7, 8. You had a mix, definitely a mix of under 10 to like penny stocks. So it was a good mix today. Dealing with the SPY. Yesterday was the huge move because of Pfizer news on that they 90% effective rate on their drug for coronavirus. So that was a huge news, and it pushed it too far because you still have to see. You still have to see the effective rate on this as far as they said 90%, but what about when the virus could mutate a little bit? It could be different people. How's it going to respond to different people? It's just so many varying factors. So they pumped it up a little bit too much. We're getting oversold again. Things that the cases are going up absolutely crazy right now. So, this moves up. I think we can come back to 330 again. We're going back and forth. That's the SPY. NASDAQ's coming hard. See, tech's pulling back hard. This could pull back to like 11,000. It's already crossed over. And there's the Dow Jones all the way up. There's your move here, and it's trying to come all the way back. This might come back to 27,000. Can we get the full run back down? See that on the 4 hour? 4 hour still showing. We're holding up there. 1 hour right there. See the 1 hour is already fading. This is divergence. See this? See, we peak, we're bouncing, but it's going lower, so I'm expecting a drop here. They got way too ahead of themselves in this. S-Dow's the reverse. This is oversold. See, the whole range is going down on this. They need to move up. Move up. These won't move hard because they're bearish ETFs. The market's strong. If we move up again, we could move to 18, 19 plus. We'll see. SPXS, this could move to 550 plus. TZA, this could move back to maybe like 13. They're all the same type of patterns too. FAS, it's getting really crushed on the financial side. That is FAS. This is really buried because they were doing pretty well. SOX is moving up. The semis, this could come up to maybe 32ish, over 30. This is just getting started, oversold. I mean, you don't know. It could stay down for a while like this. But the trend now, we're getting bounces, and this is getting really tight. So that sucks. UVXY, this is oversold too. I mean, if we get a run here, it's going to come back to 18, 19. And here's U down the other side. Look how far up this is, way up here. We've been in moves now like this, very volatile moves, and I expect another move back. Because the one reason too, when you're up high, people are going to sell for profit. You can't get in when you're at a high. How are you going to get in here? I mean, if people want to get back in, they're going to sell. It just depends where we get back to, though. See the 1 hour divergence. Just depends where we fall back to, though. SPXL. This is already crossing down. There's TNA. Very high up here. See FAS, look at this gap. That's way too high here. This gap's up a little bit too much. And here's Soxel too. See Soxel? Got to get a read on this. This went to, 220, 250, came back to 309. Yeah, if this comes all the way back, I expect like 250, 260. Look at this coming all the way back now. This is the 4 hour. When your 4 hour, gets down here, see, this was a buy, but it didn't really make it there, and it came back again, and this chopped around. Eventually, we broke up. This one was a little more cleaner right here. You got the 260 and exploded up. Now we're at a 4 hour going straight down. This gets under 20 again, it's going to be a good buy. So see the move halfway here, 310, 3, that's like 70. If you do another 70, what's that? 10, 20, 30, 40. It's going to put you right around there. So watch that. If this comes at this line again, it's going to be another good buy. I like that a lot on Soxel. Well, defense moving too, like you say, because the Democrats want to start a war. That's what they do. And when they're in office, so, that's crazy. Look how this moved up since June. This was the biggest move. I mean, we're very high and overbought here. This is at 96. I don't want to hear. If anything, it'll pull back to probably here, like your 12, 1150 level. So we'll see what happens with that. That's because it follows BA, Boeing, and Boeing's strong move right here. Here's DIN, back and forth, one up, coming all the way back. Here's nail. Real interesting move. This had to move up, moved all the way back down, and moved up hard. And then look at this. This got crushed. But look at the line. It came back to a 38.2 fibs level at about 40. Right here, touched in September, touched in October, and now here again. I think this could be bottom. This could be a divergence where we go like this. When you draw this line, it might do this and then loop up. Because on the weekly, when you see the weekly, look at it straight down. It's at a 21. It's oversold levels. I mean, it could dig deep as far as 5. I don't know if we're going to get that low, though. If we get a 5, then we're going down. I mean, if we go below this, that's what I said, we're going to like 30, 35. So we'll see on that on nail. So I like him plays a lot. I love Sox and Soxel. However you're playing that. Nail. So, this is the weekly. This one up, came back, one up, pushed up off this. So it's very digging deep right here. I don't think it's going below 40 though. I mean, a good trend line support. Let's see the monthly shooting star. It's trying to go over this 20 EMA. Did cross over a little bit negative. Kind of iffy right now, but in the short term, we should get it back at least to 50. You can see now 55 even. So that's on nail. The market right now, Dow Jones is up 293, S&P is minus 184, NASDAQ 139. See, tech's all falling because, tech's been leading, but we have the Pfizer coming out with that news. The stay at home is not going to work, they think, much longer, but it is because that's not going to be out for a while, the vaccine. That's going to take, it's going to take months. 6 months, and then people got to take it. They said 50% of people won't take it, so it's kind of crazy. Small caps plus 21. VIX is 25. See, the VIX isn't falling. I'm going to put that on there. Let's see the VIX. See, the VIX isn't going straight down. We're oversold now. It looks like we could bounce back up to 30 here on the weekly. On the 4 hour, look at this, oversold. So Gold's 2050, 1874, silver 2424. Crude is at 4138. So there we have it on that. Looking for some other plays here. There's Groupon. See this one all the way up. It's coming back hard now. Apple, that's gonna be a misprint. I hate when they do that. Why do they do that? It messes up the whole chart. See, Apple, here's a high. You're putting in lower highs, so see on these moves here, these are great moves to trade. All these dips, the stock does it well too. Buy, sell. That's on car. Carvana's coming down. A lot of these plays are coming down. See, AMD's been back and forth here between like 75 and 87. AMC's coming back. Like a lot of moves today from yesterday because it was up 1300. Remember that? Then it fell like 800 at the close. So big moves right now. These are all overextended. So look at this. This is gonna. You're so far away from your 13 EMA. This is gonna come all the way back. INTC. There's Beyond Meat. McDonald's came out with a burger, or they're coming out, and this really crashed Beyond Meat. CNK. SRNE. BT is getting crushed. DraftKings is pulling back. Probably going to pull back the trend line. This will do a little wave, and then before it goes up. There's Rocket Mortgage. This is holding your EMA as well. This is oversold though. We're overbought, excuse me. MO is going up. Workforce Group. HPQ. Party City. It's really exploded up. See when the stocks go like this and you get in here. I mean, it's always a risk though, but this, you probably played that 2-level quarter stop and this will explode it. Explode it up. Never stocks getting crushed. There's BE. See, they're trying to make these moves up, and look, they keep putting in these like fake moves, but divergence is up. So that tells me it could be a bigger move up. They're trying to fake out people. PEIX, specifically ethanol. This is not doing anything. See this move? 1, 2. This is a bullish, quick move, like 5 days, not weeks. Very fast moves. The market is very choppy up here. Like, look at this. Like, you can't trade this. It's because the market is all over the place. You have the Dow Jones going up, the tech going down, and you can't lead unless tech goes up as well. PM, nice, Philip Morris. SDC. See SDC, this bottom. Still doesn't really move much there, though. There's our RC, Range Resources. This is a nice channel. Buy, sell, in between. It's back to the bottom again. It's at a 15. So every time looking, it's been that low. Buy, then, went up full even more. Buy, sell. So this could get back up to, 8, 9, who knows at this point. It's just getting started too. It's still oversold, it's at 15. CNQ, GOW. There's a GameStop. There's RAD. I hate this stock. This went back and forth and it dove down and just took off. Weird action. HYLN. Yeah, this is getting high up here. It hasn't moved that much. I might do this and then come back. There's Redfin. This BRFS. This doesn't move that much, but I put in a great run right there. And here's the CCC. That's what I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4. Every stock's different. This did this. You're out. Just keep it. It's going down now. It's continually going down. Here is Bloomin' Brands. This gapped up hard. VLDR. This is doing nothing. Still coming back down. See, each one's different. You don't know. Everything's so crazy. These moves are like, some are tremendous pops, some are falling. There's a lot of all over the place, the action. Crazy action. Yeah, so the spot from that big filled candle, 364 is the high. We're pulling back. Stochastics are at 81.51. CCI is at 106. You have the mountaintop again. You're at the top. When you're up top, what's going to go on a bull run? This is going to come back again. We're like way too ahead of ourselves. There's car. All right, so that's pretty much the list. What's the other one? TSCL. Tractor Supply. This came up, move up. See this? Sometimes it'll come to the bottom of that gap almost, and then this one faded back again. So this isn't looking good on the weekly. You're still diving down. A little bit more before we start to come back up on that. So that's on that. See, when all these stocks, they came back because of Pfizer came up with that news. So they're all falling. INO, Codex, drugs. Well, INO was good today, but so it's just a weird market with the Dow still going up. S&P is pulling back. NASDAQ. The VIX isn't really falling that much. So that tells you there's still volatility ahead. VXRT. And the moves are just crazy. Like nail. You figure, okay, we're going to come back up. And this put in this big move. That was yesterday because they didn't like the news. It wasn't good for nail. Either they got it wrong or who knows. It's holding there. There's Soxel. Soxel's putting this, and then explodes this, and explodes. These are two big bearish candles in semis. Look at this. They're pulling this back hard. 10%. That's great. It's great if you want to get in. Because look at the 4 hour. 4 hours is very good too for swing trading. Came up. Now come up. So 210, 240. I'm looking for We'll see if this comes about that 260 line. We're halfway there. We're at the 50 mark before we get oversold again. See on this, it came up, but it held back and forth. 260 line. So I'm going to look to get in. If this comes back again to like 250, 260, oversold, it's going to be a great buy again. Because you can see here, see this? The width, we're getting wider. The moves are getting bigger and bigger. And the weekly on this, we do have a divergence down now. See this? It moves up. And it looks like we're coming back down. But down, move up, move down. And see right here, your 13 and 20, they're fully bullish. We've wrapped around now, which is good. Which means if this comes back again, and probably that 260 line, let's just put in 1, 2, 1, 2 on red candles. Puts in another one. Then we bounce up again. I mean, this plays pretty clean the way it's been trading. Nothing's exact that you don't know. But you can see now here we have trend line. So I'll look for an oversold again. This is just starting on the daily though. 4 hours getting creamed. This is just starting a down move. And we were way too ahead of ourselves. Look at the gaps. Same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, all right, that's it for today. So some good action early in the morning. Even if you're short, you're long. GTEC. You know, small caps are going to be hot now. November, December, January, February, into April. That's when they're really their hottest. So this was a good long. Kind of fake people out. If you get in early pre-market here, as soon as the news hits, that's the problem. Do you get in? Then it did this. Well, if you get in up here, you're screwed. You got to get out. If you get in here, well, if you're in about here around 3, it didn't go down. I mean, you see that, you're like, damn. And then you had a decent profit, but it came back. That's what means early pre-market. The whole day, you still have the rest of the day. So, you know, you're going to miss that move or whatever move. You got to give it time. So even if it's 3, you know, your stop, whatever your stop, 275, 3 usually would be a quarter the way these lines are playing. So you just got to watch that. This was a tougher long, very back and forth chop. Rev was an explosion up. There's your candle. Take it out. MEDS was a good short. So usually the top 10, you'll find some decent longs. APVO, this stock's crazy. Great long. Over 32, explodes to 49. XBER. This is messy. All right, so that's it. So interesting moves. Dow Jones finished as we close 262. S&P minus 379. NASDAQ 159. Small caps plus 21. VIX 2483. Closed down a little bit. Oil's 41.37. All right, so that's it. Please subscribe and like the channel. We are out for now. Peace.